Week 17 of the National Football League.
This is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn on this final day of 2023, New Year's Eve. Folks are fine-tuning their resolutions. Fitness clubs ready for that January boon. But these two teams have one more important piece of business to take care of before the calendar turns to 2024.
And I'll be one of those, trying to get it going in January, trying to get my physical fitness on. But first, we've got a game to get on here.
The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway, Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
2 and now on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
From the 25, here's second down and 3. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's been a rough go on the ground throughout the entire game, but after a run like that, they may have found the spark to get their offense kick-started.
In motion, Hill. On play action, here's Tua. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Ball on the 35. Here comes second and 5. They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. In motion, Hill. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 9. Running the counter with Mostert. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Here's Tua. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at about the 14. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Well, both sides searching for adjustments. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets this up past the 30. It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Again, Jackson will keep it. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now it's Jackson. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to stretch out their lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Tucker now for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Miami set to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
In motion, Hill. On second down, Tua. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tua sets up to pass it. And that almost intercepted. They would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them the 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Take it at the 37. 35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Ravens offense and OBJ out for another series. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
And when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Throwing out left and finding Likely. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here is 3rd down and 4. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now Hill to return it. There goes a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a fair catch call for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Ravens offense back out there. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
So now here come the Dolphins. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Tua going to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
They were both wondering if they were going to see them try to push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage, What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2. They'll try and run the option to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. End up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. And this returnable for Hill. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Short throw hauled in by Croft. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Slot man moves right. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now Tua going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff as he'll drop to throw it. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. There goes a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Jackson now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Charles, still a one-possession game. Remember, it could have been 2 after they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
You're certainly right about that, partner. And a lot of people look at them going for it on 4th down as a failure when they didn't get it. But there's also their way of saying, hey, we have confidence in our defense because they went out and held them, got the ball right back for them. So nice stand for them. Momentum can swing back to their side if they have a good drive here.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Cedric Wilson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. Tua going to try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive.
I'll give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run, and then executed.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. On the draw is Edwards.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here now, 3rd down. Now Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Watch out for Hill on the return. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Miami set to take over. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked his special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now Tua. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing Tua. Connecting with Hill. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Tua. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 21-14, a little over 40 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Jackson It's Flowers. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Jackson. That'll be caught by Hill. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Jackson to throw. Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's looking like the Dolphins are going to win the football game. The victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the 4th quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right? That reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points, defense held them, and lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for the Dolphins, they get a critical 10th win on the year with 1 game left to go. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.